Alright guys, fire's going. Let better coals get going here a little better, and I'll get the water on so it can settle and get to a boil. Like I was saying, this is going to be a scout and shout. I'm out to scout the area, see if I see any deer, and see if it was posted since the last time I was here, which I found out some of it is. So I just know what to avoid if I do choose to come back here again. And I want to do a little bit of tabletop reviews, but after we're going to do it here outside. One of the purchases I recently got was a book by David Seidman and Paul Cleveland. It's Wilderness Navigating. You've seen a couple of my videos where I started talking about maps and compasses and stuff. I'm no expert. I've got the basics, but I want to even be better, because what brought this up was when down in the Dolly Sawage trip my last weekend, we were coming through a plateau, a sod area, and we mentioned, in the wintertime this would be very difficult to navigate through due to the fact the trail would be covered with snow, maybe a foot or more, and all the surrounding landmarks look the same. So I said, I got to find out more about navigating, because I cannot always rely on my GPS. Someday I might want to leave the GPS home the same way. So I went ahead and purchased this book. I got this at Amazon.com. It goes for $16.95. I think I paid a little bit less than that. I've only started reading it last night, and the first chapter is called Locating Your Sixth Sense. And what they're referring to on that is getting familiar with your surroundings, using your other senses. First off, eyesight. You're looking for any detailed features, like a valley, like I pointed up above, water source, a slope, a hilltop, a church steeple out in the distance, power lines like I have ahead of me here, a gas line. Listening. I'm listening for water. I'm listening for a car horn. I'm listening for a four-wheeler. I'm listening for geese. Geese like to hang out in water sources. I'm listening for a lot of things that can get me back to either closer to civilization or nearby. That brings up another good point down there. And it was saying, a lot of times people try to pinpoint an exact location to get to themselves along a lake. What you should be mostly trying to figure out is how to get to the lake. You find that lake on the map. Just get to the lake. If the campsite along the lake, that's fine. As long as you can get to that lake, that's your big goal. Second off, all you got to do is just keep following that lake, either clockwise or counterclockwise, until you come across the campsite you're looking for. Just get to the main goal. So I'm going to discuss some of that on our way out of here some more. Second off, we'll get to the shout. I don't know if you guys have seen the channel yet online. There's two young guys, Spencer and JT. I'll make sure on the bottom I'll put something to how to get to their site. I believe it's I Am Netminders, the actual channel. They get involved with a lot of paracord stuff, but big into bushcrafting. They both belong to their local air search rescue, and tell you what, I'm very proud of the boys. They're learning a lot, they're teaching a lot. They're making some of those old guys like myself look bad. So like I said, I'll put that notation down below. Check out their site. I've been promising them I'd give them a shout out, so this is my shout out. And while we're shouting, I want to thank everyone that's been subscribing to my channel and viewing my videos, whether you're a subscriber or not. I really appreciate you taking time to visit my channel. Trolls have been limited. I get a few every once in a while, but I just take that with a grain of salt and move on. So, try to get this fire. Some coals here. set my coffee cup in the coals here, guys. Got my pop-up Swedish cup I got from Ben's Backwoods cup probably a good 6-8 months ago. I'm just using my one metal enamel cup with the lid that Scott likes so much. So, all right, let's do another little review here while we're here. Saw Ryan's video yesterday on his new first aid kit, and what I end up doing, I like the downside stuff to save on weight. I got a one-person Adventures medical kit, weighs in at 5 ounce on its own. Comes in a protective Ziploc bag, a lot heavier duty than the typical Ziplocs. I don't want to say it's as good as an Omni sack, but it makes everything waterproof. They got everything in here from standard bandages to alcohol preps to ibuprofen, some aspirin, moleskin, nice pair of little tweezers. I threw some Tums in here, some Benadryl, some Oragel, some other skin relief, some baby aspirin in case myself or somebody else in my party would have some chest pain. What else did I throw? It only brought it up, I think, another 3 ounces. The tinctures I was telling you before, it helps everything stick better when you're putting the bandage on. Flosses for my teeth. They have the tinctures on in here. I threw in some athletic tape. It's great for holding down your bandages, or if you need to go ahead and tape up a sprain. And a small pair of bandage scissors. I think it's less intimidating on somebody else if I'm using scissors opposed to a knife to get their clothes cut back. So, that's that. Not as cold out as I thought it was going to be. Early morning temp was in the 40s. Before I left the house, it was in the 50s. I brought this fleece jacket with me today. I'm not in my atypical backpacking gear. I'm more in what I'd be wearing for hunting, so I have that on today. I must have put it up already. You've seen a stick pick before. That's another thing I have in order. I got in. But I still have an order some Tyvek, some 1/8 shock cord for my tarp pull-outs on the side of my tarp, my Warbonnet Superfly, and some spear no tangled line. So that should be here this week. I may do a hammock camp along the Red Bank again, but down at the 12 acres that the family owns. Just get out some more and do a review on the Superfly, which Anthony Poland asked me to do a review on it because he's interested in it, so I'm going to go ahead and do that for him. Trying to think if I'm forgetting anything here. Kind of doubt the water's to a boil, but I'm going to take a look. And I did forget one thing in my multi-tool. I was going to bring it, I said, nah, I'm not going to need it. Well, I wish I would have, because the stick pick stuck in my camera. Unfortunately, I remembered I had those scissors with me, and I was able to loosen up the wing nut thing feature and get it out. So that's enough for now. I'm going to go ahead and watch this fire, let the water get to a boil, and then we're going to have our coffee, and we'll probably do a little more chat. Okay. Boils to a boil. At least where I want it for coffee. if I was planning on being here doing some more cooking, I would have maintained that, but I'm not. Like I said, there's a fire danger out there, so we're not going to take on any chances and have a forest fire. I'm throwing this in the water. It'll float up on shore again somewhere down the way. I'll be scrubbing this up good at home, so I won't have to worry. About giardia and stuff. So. Ain't gonna worry about that now. That way, when it rains, it's gonna let that stuff all mellow out and not even see I was here. So.